Hello everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome back to Hmmsim Metro. Today we are driving quite a lengthy route. We're driving from a place to another place. In fact, we'll quit, and then I can show you the route. There we go, the K147, and we're starting here and going all the way down here. It seems that you start off with a little bit of route, and then it just gets kind of progressively longer until you do, I'm assuming one of these is the whole route. We're in the newer type of terrain out of the two there, and fingers crossed it's going to be a good one. Hmmsim is still early access though, so don't forget that. There's a couple of features that are missing, a couple of features that are yet to come, and I'm confident that it will be a good game. However, what I have noticed since we last visited is that the video tutorials have gone, and now we have the tutorials in English, and so we can actually, we kind of have a bit of a better idea what's going on. Now, let's jump back into the scenario. I would like to thank you all as well for all your advice when it comes to Hmmsim. There was quite a few of you, I believe, that maybe from the area, and you were able to tell me, oh, well, you drive at this speed for this and that speed for that, and your notes have been taken on board, and I shall hopefully be a better driver. Right, let's get ourselves away. So with the ATS, if you look, we're focusing on the screen on the right hand side now. The ATS, when it says YY, according to this, you should drive at 25 kilometers an hour. And as you can see, I'm now overspeeding. There we go, and get the nice little alarm. So then G and YG mean like kind of 3 and 65 kilometers an hour. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. We're just kind of making it up as as we go along. It would appear I've done something wrong there. Maybe I took my my hand off spacebar. I don't know what he's saying. That's the problem. We'll just cruise along at 10 kilometers an hour. Do you know what? Let's go into the settings. There we go. That's not what I wanted. Key mapping, DSD. I'm trying the DSD manually. There was a button where you could. There we go. Right. Let's see. Ah, right. So there we go. So I don't have to keep my hand on the spacebar now. That will be a lot more useful, because it done after a while. So now that the spacebar, I don't have to press the spacebar now, it's just automatically depressed. There we go. Perfect stop. Lovely. Doors are open. Oh, here we go. So we're starting, and it's a terminus stop, or it's like the first stop. We've just come out of the sidings. So yeah, fingers crossed. Oh, there we go.
구로 가는 열차입니다. This train is bound for Guro. Thank you.
Oh, so we're off to Guro again. We are a minute late, however, so we'll need to start catching that up. Now, when we've got a blue signal, it is actually blue. I was like, oh, that green looks a bit blue. It is blue according to the tutorial, so that's obviously, that's a learning curve for me. But yes, blue. It means when you're on the underground signal. I think they've got that mixed up. Goodness only knows. Right, off we go. But yeah, when we have blue signals, it's free to go whatever speed we want. Now I reckon that about 70 kilometers an hour underground will probably be alright. I think I'd heard somebody say, oh, well, you should drive at 60 underground. Some people had said 70, and then on overground they were like, oh, you should drive at about 90 kilometers an hour. So we'll see kind of how it takes us. 70 should suffice, shouldn't it? There we go, pottering along. So that kind of ATS is kind of like in-cab signalling sort of a deal. It tells you how fast you should be driving at any restrictions. But we're on blue signals the whole way, so that's good. This stop is So they're also saying if you're travelling at about... Oh, hang on, we might be going past here. Let's put a bit more braking on. Oof. Oh, that's yeah, a little bit. Oh dear me, that's that's not a bad stop after all. That'll do. Yeah, I can't remember if it was 60 kilometres an hour or 70, where they were saying if you listen for the boom, 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 if you put it in notch 5 at the third beep, you should come to a happy stop. But we needed a little bit more braking there, so maybe it was 60 kilometres an hour. I'm not completely sure, to be honest with you. It is still one of these games where, you know, I'm taking on all the advice that people give me, because, like I say, I'm not an expert by any stretch. But, oh, hang on, oh no, that's the next stop. Looking at arrival time there. So we'll pop up to about 70 again. And we'll just see how it goes from there. Orchestra here again.
이번 역은 신설동역입니다. 내리실 문은 왼쪽입니다.
We'll try putting it in brake brake 6 for a nice comfortable stop at 70. I think we'll see how we get on with that. Oh, it's Sing Song Dong again.
1 to 6. The doors are on your left. You can transfer to the line number 2 or line.
Right, see, so at 70, brake number 6 is a little bit strong, so we'll try 5 next time. There we go. Right. Doors are open. Let's have a look. Can we have a look outside? Can we like? I quite like you can get rid of that. How did we do that last time? Nope, doors are shutting. We'd better pay attention, haven't we? I remember last time there was a way that we could hide the UI. I think it was it 5? Was it F5? It was one of those. Right, so if we accelerate to 70, let's experiment with the brake again. So we're at 70. Should we just pop it straight in 5, notch 5 this time, and see how we do? Bit of a siding on the left here. I left that a bit late that time, but we'll, yeah, a bit of notch 6. Back to notch 5.
You can transfer to the line number 6.
Oh, little bit too much there. There we go. Ooh, lovely. So we're at Dongmyo. Dongmyo. I don't think that's quite how it is, but it's station number 127. Full steam ahead. Are we still a little bit behind? Let's just zoom out there so we can see everything. There we go. Bit of coasting. Number 3, pop it in notch 5 brake. So I just don't feel, I mean, we're hurtling towards the end now, and they were saying notch 5, but I don't feel confident. Although, to be fair,
the doors are on your left.
That's not too bad a stop, is it, really?
To the line number 4.
Just a bit off there.
Please, watch your step.
that wasn't a bad stop. We just have to... You come in so fast into the stations, don't you? It kind of feels like, oh, we need to slam the brakes in here, or we're not going to stop. And I think I just need to have a little bit more confidence in the fact that the train's going to stop. But I really don't want to overshoot, you know what I mean? Right, there we go. Full steam ahead. I mean, Hmmsim Metro is such a great game, it really is. It's still early access, so if you do want to pick it up, there's a link in the description to the Steam store page. You can get it at a reasonable price. I would definitely recommend if hurtling through the underground bits of cities is your thing. That's not a very good description, is it? Hurtling through the underground bits of cities. If you like driving subways and metros and things, I'd really recommend it. It's fantastic. And for the price, it's a spread in-depth game. A little bit early with the brakes there, but be right.
1 to 9. The doors are on your left.
Let's take it off a notch to brake number 4. Oh, somebody else coming in the other way. Hello, colleague of mine. And I think that's the older style of metro going the other way there. He's not got the posh new one unlike us. Now, one thing I have noticed is that if you run early, it doesn't seem to wait. So we'll just do 60 in the next section, because we're leaving a little bit early there, if you look. So we don't want to be too early, do we? I mean, I imagine that this line probably has a very high frequency, so if we leave like a minute early, it probably doesn't matter. There'll be another one along shortly afterwards. But at the same time, you know, we'll try and stick to the timetable wherever we can. There we go. We'll plod along at 60 through the tunnels. Oh, it's a big station next. Well, I say it's a big station. You can change here for the Circle Line. Or maybe not. There we go. Pop it in notch 4 at 60 and see how we do.
The station number is...
Oh yes, I remember Jongnyo Sangong.
The doors are on your left. You can transfer to the line number 3 or line number 5.
I think their announcements are very good. Seoul is the capital of South Korea. Possibly. He says. I believe they are. They must be. Nearly. We nearly shot over there. But yeah, Seoul is the capital of South Korea, he says with utmost confidence / ignorance. And I think that it's good that the announcements are in both Korean and in English, because I imagine, like any capital city, there'll be a fair few amount of tourists that go there. And it's good that it kind of... What's the word now? It caters for everybody. I mean, to be fair, I've been whizzing up and down on this game quite a bit, and my level of Korean has not improved, at all. I just can't do it. I think I sort of remembered what stop was or something. It was like a symbol for stop, but I can't remember now. So I did remember it at one point, but it's gone now. Oh, going the other way now. Hello, colleague.
This stop is Jongyang. The station number is 131. The doors are on your left.
Has to be said, it's a lot easier not having to hold the spacebar. Yeah, like I said earlier, you can just go into the settings and untick that little tick box, I'm sure it was in a different place though last time, so maybe they've moved it. But it's a lot easier not having to, you know, your thumb's not hurting. Well, that was nearly a half decent stop, wasn't it? Let's have a look. We're not actually due out for another minute, so we're still way ahead, look. 17:20 now. We're not due out until 17:21. There we go. Let's just do a bit of half power. And then a bit of full power. Oh, so 45. Right, there we go. Right, so 45. So this is the bit. So single yellow means 45 kilometers an hour. That's what a single yellow signal means. That's the restriction. So there you go. That on the left, that's your yellow. We can only do 45 kilometers an hour. Now, what it says, you need to slow down when the speed limit's exceeded. Of course you do. But yeah. You have to slow down, and if you use the brake more than like notch 4, I think it is. If you use more than notch 4 braking, then it doesn't apply the emergency brakes. If you use notch 3, it'll apply the emergency brakes for you. Oh, coming into City Hall.
The doors are on your left. You can transfer to the line number 2.
There we go. There's no point putting an enormous amount of brake on this, so we're only coming in at 30 miles an hour. Or 45 kilometers an hour, so there's no point slamming the brakes on, is there? There we go. Ah, there we go. I see, it's not too bad, is it? I don't mind approaching a station slowly like that, because we're early. You know, there's no point rushing when you're early, is there? So we are plodding. This is Hmmsim plod. For, you know, until we're late again, and then we'll floor it everywhere. The guard on this metro system just doesn't care, does he? He's like, this is my going home train. You know, I want to get home. Get them doors shut, off we go. So there we go, we're back on G and YG signalling. So we'll plod along at 60 again. There we go, look at that. That's nice, isn't it? Now there's this meter symbol counting down on the right there. I don't know if you can see on the... I couldn't zoom in, but on the bottom right of the screen, where it says arrival time, just 2 boxes above that, there's like a distance. Now, I believe... Are you ready? I believe that that's for the station, perhaps. For the next stop, do you think that might be the case?
서울역, 지하 서울역입니다. 내리실 문은 오른쪽입니다. 4호선, 경선.
There we go, so we slow down to 45. Ooh, you see that? That's a bit good, isn't it? Maximum speed 45, and then, to be fair, I'm hoping we don't come across a red signal. There we go, so that's a yellow. So still 45.
Seoul Station.
Oh, so this is Seoul Station.
133. The doors are on your right.
Yes, of course, you do always have a 45 before Seoul Station, don't you?
Hmmsim Line or Airport Railroad. You can also transfer to the fast and convenient HDX or other rail services. Please watch your step.
See, I know it's KTX, Korea Train Express, but I'm sure she says HCX. Perhaps they can't use the branding for legal reasons. Who knows? Who knows? But yes, yes, it's the KTX, the Korea Train Express, which is fast and convenient. Now I think after... Oh, look, there's a train coming the other way there. Oh, we can't see it, that's a siding. Never mind. We are 5 minutes early here. Oh no, hang on, that's the next station. Right, okay. Well, we're on Y signalling for the moment, but then as soon as I pass this green, it's gone to unlimited. So we'll go to 60 again. You know, I know we're going uphill, and we're going into the daylight now. But yeah, we'll just go to 60 and see what happens, because I'm just really concerned by the fact we're running early. Ah, beautiful. I do love the outside aspect of this game. It's so well done. And Hmmsim, that well-known phone manufacturer. There we go. We'll plod along at 60. No need to rush, is there? Now, there we go. So now we change over to DC. See? So we press insert, and this little... See him? There we go. We move him to AC. And then there's a thing where the volts will come back. Where's the sign? You can't see the sign, but there will be a sign. There we go. Volts are back now. So that is when we basically change from DC over to AC. Nice, isn't it? You see? Slowly learning these things. It took me absolutely ages, to be honest with you. When I first did the outdoor scenario like this, I didn't realise, because obviously the tutorials are in Korean, I hadn't realised that you had to do that. So I always got to this station, stopped, and then couldn't take power again. I'm like, why do you? Stupid game, it's broken. You know.
This stop is Namyang. The station number.
But yeah, I'd sit here like, stupid game, it's broken. You know, you get to this station and it doesn't let you take power again. Turns out it's just me being an idiot. That you need to press the insert key on your keyboard to change over to AC power. I wonder what the reason is between them. There must be a reason that they don't use AC in the tunnels. Is AC not a good idea in a confined space? I'm not sure. Oh, look at that. Perfect stop. Can we... Is it 5? Yes, it is 5. Let's get a picture. Oh, lovely. There we go. We want the cab here. You can drive it without the cab, of course. You can just use your dials and displays there. See, we're still 27.5. We're not due out until 29. Bloody hell. Well, we'll still just do 60. We'll plod. I'm surprised we've not caught anything up in front, to be honest with you. I don't know if that's a feature of this game yet. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, there's another hello. Yes. Hmmsim World 2 really does have a lot to take from Hmmsim. I think the graphics on this are not quite as good as Hmmsim World, I don't think, but it feels like a real city does this, doesn't it? I think a lot of Hmmsim World 2 places seem very empty, don't they? They seem very lifeless, whereas you could imagine that this is a real place. I mean, this game is only early access. I would like to see, particularly around here, this station that we're coming into now looks like a big station, doesn't it? Lots and lots happening. We've had the violins playing, so that obviously means that this is a big station. But I would like to see more traffic in and around. That's something I would like to see.
This stop is Yongsan. The station number is 135. The doors are on your left. You can transfer to the Gurmisungang line. You can also
there's something going fast on the Oh, we missed it.
Or other
Oh well,
rail
that's a
services.
terrible stop. There was a train going past there. Oh look, another train. But yeah, we weren't quite quick enough.
이번 역은 청차역입니다.
There we go. He's yelling at me. Come on, focus, pay attention. It doesn't matter that it was a very slow stop, because again, we're meant to sit here for another 2 minutes, and I can assure you we won't be sat here for another 2 minutes, so yeah. Right, off we go. We'll just use a bit of 2.5. We'll just take it steady. There's no need to rush, is there? Another train on the left-hand side there. I imagine that's... Oh, look, there we go. TGV overtaking. No, it's not TGV. Well, it is TGV, isn't it? It's the same type of train. It's just not a TGV because that stands for Trans Grandes Vitesse, and which is French for high-speed train. You probably knew that, but maybe, just maybe, I've blown your mind there. Oh, so that's why they're called TGVs, is it? I do feel a little bit silly plodding along like this. Ah, yeah, HTX. That's what it's called on this game, the HTX, but actually it's KTX. That'll be why. So it must be for branding that it's different. Just literally legal reasons. Ah, fair dues. Well, they're going slowly as well in the other direction. So maybe they're running early as well. Ah, splendid. Let's get a bit of that off. Oh, lovely. Bit of that and all. Oh, smashing. You know I'm a sucker for a picture. I love it. I wonder when it lets you do the whole route. I would quite like to do the whole Route 1. I'm hoping, of course, like I've said this before, I'll say it again, but I'm hoping that they do expand this, you know, new trains. I need to kind of look into what trains they actually use over there. I know very little about Korea. It's not somewhere I've ever wanted to go, not because I think the prospect of going to Korea would be horrendous. It's just not somewhere where I've ever thought, oh, do you know what, I'd quite like to go there. I'd love to go to Hong Kong, for instance, because of the buses, because they've got, like, well, not English buses, they are Hong Kong buses built for Hong Kong, but they've got like ALX 500s and Enviro 500s, Super Geminis and Explorers, and you know, so I've always kind of wanted to go over there, but I've never really looked at Korea and thought, oh yeah, I'd like to go there, but perhaps now that I've had a ride on the metro, that's somewhere I want to go.
This stop is Moryang-jin.
Oh, it's
The
Moryang-jang.
station is 136. The doors are on your left. You can transfer to the line number 9.
It ain't half a slack timetable on this, is it?
이번 역은 청차역입니다.
There we go. Oof, lovely. Telecom. I like that. The skyscraper in the background, just above the driving cab. Telecom. There we go. Half power again, seeing as it's still really early. Again, there's just no need to whack it in full power, is there? I mean, we all like going fast. who doesn't like going fast, but it just seems no point, because we'll arrive really early. And this line going off to the right there, sometimes you get loco hold stock coming round. I think maybe we saw that in the last video that I did, maybe the video before. But yeah, loco hold stock goes round that corner. The AI is really good, to be honest with you. Again, it brings me back to Train Sim World. You know, you only tend to get one train with a route, don't you? Maybe two trains. But yeah, the AI is very varied on this. You know, you've got two trains to drive on the route. I think there's about 3 or 4 kinds of AI. There's the TGV style train. There's some locos and coaches in various different liveries. You know, I really like it. I've not seen any freight, but then maybe freight doesn't go through the city centre for, you know, for obvious reasons.
이번 역은 대방역입니다. 내리실 문은 왼쪽입니다. 이 역은 타는 곳과 전동차 사이가 있습니다. 내리실 때 조심하시기 바랍니다.
This stop is Daebong.
Oh, it's
The
Daegong.
station number is 137. The doors are on your left. Please watch your step.
Oh, we're still really early.
이번 역은 청차역입니다.
There we go. It's not a perfect stop, is it? Ah, look at that. The shadows are also quite good as well, aren't they? I've never really noticed the shadows, but yeah, I approve. There we go. Pop it in half power again. Give people a comfortable ride. We're a minute early, aren't we? I was going to say there'll probably be another train sat behind us like, why is he going so slow? But there's probably not if we're early, is there? This seems to be... I mean, just look at the amount of skyscrapers that there are in Seoul. Nope, hang on. Orchestra's off again. Such a vast city, isn't it? It puts like Leeds and Manchester to shame. Even London, I don't think there's this much, you know, this many big buildings.
내리실 문은 왼쪽입니다. 5호선으로 갈아타실 고객께서는 이번 역에서 내리시기 바랍니다. 이 역은 타는 곳과 전동차 사이가 있습니다. 내리실 때 조심하시기 바랍니다.
This stop is Singil. The station number
Singil.
is 138. The doors are on your left. You
Colleague
can
going the other way.
transfer to
Hello.
line number
Oh, there's nobody
5.
driving.
Please
There's nobody in the cockpit
watch
of
your
that one.
step.
Cockpit, cab. One thing you do notice, however, sorry, this is painfully slow into this station, isn't it? One thing you do notice is look at the length of the trains. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's the fault of the train next door. He made me feel like I was going faster than I was. It's a perfect stop, though. I mean, you were coming in at like half a mile an hour, so of course it was a perfect stop. For it not to be a perfect stop at half a mile an hour, you'd have to be a seriously bad driver. Oh, what's coming through? Oh, I can't see. Still a minute early. No matter how slow I drive, I don't appear to be able to. I hope that next station thing isn't like a predicted. Maybe that's why. You know, I'm driving so slowly and oh well, you know, that's the projected arrival time. I don't think it is. No, it can't be, because in one of the other videos we've run late, haven't we, after an emergency stop? Oh, is this another big station here? Oh, hang on. What's this? Yellow and blue. That's 65, isn't it? I think we can only do 65 with the yellow and the blue. Yes, 65.
내리실 문은 왼쪽입니다. HTX 방면으로 가실 고객과
Oh,
빠르고
and
편안한
45.
HTX와 일반 열차를 이용하실 고객께서는 이번 역에서 내리시기 바랍니다.
This stop is Yeongdeung-po.
Yeongdeung-po.
The station number is 139. The doors are on your left.
I
You can
have a
transfer to the
feeling
train bound for
that this is the
Gwangyang.
terminus station.
You can also transfer to the fast and convenient HTX or
Oh, the
other rail
HTX again.
청차역입니다.
The Korea Train Express. Still a minute early. It's painfully slow driving and I'm still a minute early. I wonder if there's cars going over that flyover. Oh, hang on, that might be the local and coaches over there. They had red coaches last time I checked. Oh no, perhaps this isn't the... Oh yeah, it is the terminus. Well, it's not the terminus, but there we go. Right, well, that is most of this line. Yeah, that's most of this line. We've still not unlocked. Look, the next scenario is tiny, tiny, tiny little run. But yeah, we've unlocked most of it so far. I just want to do from there to there. It's too much to ask. Clearly it is. But yes, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed Sim Metro today, make sure you subscribe, click that like button. It's always appreciated. Until next time, cheerio, and goodbye for now.